Hip-hop. Anonymous.
Saturdays.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Sapo Scratch Track Saturdays. You got your boy ASAP Froggy. We got Mr. Bingus Frog.
Ribby, y'all.
Welcome to another beautiful Saturday here in Burbank, California. We have a very special guest. I am personally very excited to talk to this very interesting man, Evaflow.
Yes, very excited to have Evaflow here today. But before we talk to Evaflow, I just want to kind of set the room. I want to mention a couple of things. What a time to be alive. You got people stealing television remotes out of hotels. I don't know what that's about. You got raves going on in Rancho Cucamonga, people coming down from the mountains to party out in the wild. And it's NFTLA week, right? So it's been popping off, been going to all these parties for NFTLA. It's been unbelievable. A lot of cool projects doing a lot of cool things, and a lot of big alpha being dropped at these parties. And some of these parties, they're just trusting you to keep your mouth shut. No NDAs or anything like that, and they're hoping for no leaks. But a lot of exciting things coming to the space.
Very interesting.
Yeah, very interesting. That being said, we are Sapo Studios. Our goal is to bring the majority of profits and ownership rights back into the hands of musicians. We operate under the umbrella of the Notorious Frog NFT project, aka Frogland. Do your own research, but get involved. We have plans to unveil a marketplace where you can buy and sell stems and do a whole lot more. But until then, we're jamming with artists, chatting it up with them about music, life, and NFTs every Saturday here at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Twitter. Today we have Evaflow with us. How are you, Evaflow?
I'm doing well. Happy to be here, Thank you for having me. How are you guys feeling?
Oh, we're feeling great, and we're so happy to have you here. I don't know if everyone in our audience was listening to the episode with Max Pretends, but he spoke very highly of you, said that, you gave him some advice that really resonated with him and helped him move forward in the business. And then we spoke to you for a bit on that show, and it was a pleasure, and I kind of wanted to dive more into what you do and who you are. So thank you so much for being here with us today.
Yeah, man, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to be here.
So, where are you from originally?
I'm from Jamaica, born and grown in Jamaica. I live in Jamaica.
Oh, you still live in Jamaica now, so you're coming from Jamaica today?
Yes, sir.
Beautiful. I actually went on a trip to Jamaica, and it was absolutely gorgeous. And, it's funny. I've been to a lot of places, and I've never been somewhere where the ocean is so warm. And it was just an unbelievable thing to be floating out there in the warmth of the ocean and the gorgeous sea in Jamaica, and it's really a beautiful place.
Yeah, no, for real, it's like there's two Jamaicas, there's a big dichotomy, in Jamaica. It's like such a beautiful country, a beautiful side. There's a whole other side.
What's the other side like?
There's a lot of disparity, people have a tough time, finding a way out. Basically, I've settled, I feel like there's no way out for them. Some people feel like doing things the right way, that's not going to work out for them. So some people resort to other means to try and feed their family, try to make a living. So you find, there's a lot of crime, lots of violence, lots of scamming, lots of poverty. So the mentality is you have to be very strong-minded.
So is that something that's difficult for you to have grown up, surrounded by?
Initially, yes. But, one good thing that happened was that I was always a curious. I would, go and research other people's journey, like other people's biography, and read other people's story. And, I realized that a lot of people been through it, and everybody been through something, and a lot of people have made it out of dire circumstances. So for me, I felt like, well, if it's possible, then it's possible for me too. And in a way that kind of alienated me, especially from a young age, until now. But because it's like you can accept what the appearances suggest, like you can accept that how things look around you, that's how everything is gonna turn out, and that's what you have to accept. Or you can use your imagination and imagine something better for yourself, and study other successful people and kind of learn from them and see how other people made it out of certain circumstances, and basically like envision something better for yourself and use your imagination and your work ethic. And so it's tough because when you're aiming to become a high performer and you're aiming for excellence, other people around you're not gonna like that, especially people who feel like they don't see that for themselves, and then they're like, why do you think you're so special that you think you're gonna make it out of the same circumstances that we're in? Like, we live in the same neighborhood, so why do you think you're gonna do anything better than what we're doing? So being around that is kind of ones, especially now. But really, I'm so thankful for the internet because I've been exposed to people like David Goggins, like Andy Frizella, like Andrew Tate, like Paramahansa Yogananda, Sri M. There's so many inspiring people who really, you can really go online and find virtual mentors. So even though you might be in a certain physical circumstance, you can go on the internet and find virtual mentors that can really help you, create a new vision for yourself and make you feel like, something better is possible for me.
Absolutely. And that's a great mentality to have, because you could be bogged down by all of that negativity surrounding you and let it, hold you back. Or you can rise above it. So that's a beautiful thing that you were able to do that. Now, when you talk about doing research into other people that were successful and kind of matching their pattern of success to build something better for yourself, is there one person that you would point to that, as you were doing that research, you said, okay, this person is someone that I would model my life after, and that was like your main, leading point?
I would say there's been a person at different times. There's no really one person. Like I remember starting off like Paramahansa Yogananda wrote this book called The Autobiography of a Yogi. So that really got me deep into my spiritual journey. But really, two people who have been very instrumental in like my growth, David Goggins and Andrew Tate, they made me feel like, there's no excuses, it's just about you and you. It's just about you and that guy in the mirror. There's nobody that's coming to save you. You can't blame your parents. You can't blame your upbringing. You have to take responsibility for who you are and what you're doing with your time every day. And it's a daily thing, really, like we all have big goals, big ambitions, but it just comes down to these minutes and seconds and hours that we spend every day. And, I have this saying, because I'll be coming up with these epiphanies every day, and it's like one of them is just like, every choice that we make adds up to the whole trajectory of our life. And I really do believe that.
Yeah. No, well said. And that's absolutely true. And let's be clear. You talk about you can't blame this person or that thing. You can do all the blaming you want, but that shit's going to hold you back. That's all that's going to do.
It's not going to work. And David Goggins, he's such an inspiration, his story. And man,
Why don't you tell the audience who David Goggins is, for anyone that's listening that doesn't know? Did I put you on the spot?
For sure.
No, David Goggins has a very interesting story.
Sorry.
Very interesting story. Evaflow, you can talk about it if you'd like.
Oh, I thought you were asking me. Were you asking me?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No. I'll be happy to. Honestly, like so David Goggins. First off, he wrote this book called "Can't Hurt Me," and he self-published it. And basically, it's about his story, about being a Navy SEAL, about his journey, his fitness journey. But it's more of a mental journey, and really, he really focuses down on doing the hard thing, like really living in that that place where you do the things that you don't feel like doing. And I resonate totally with that, because it's like I'm really into fitness and waking up every morning, going for a run, working out, and it's like a lot of the mornings I don't feel like doing it. And like when I hear David Goggins talk about doing the difficult thing, it's like it makes total sense. So he wrote this, he self-published this book because his publisher said to him, nobody wants to hear all this stuff, and he was saying to them that, don't you guys know what's going on in the world? Don't you know what people are going through in this world? And he self-published this book. He actually ran a 100-mile race in 24 hours to qualify for another race. 70 miles into the race, he basically started urinating blood. He started, I think like he could barely walk, and he said that last 30 miles of that race was most instrumental parts of his life, because when he is that he wasn't going to finish the race, like his girl who was, I guess, recording or supporting him was telling him, hey, you're not going to finish the race. And at this point, he had basically broken bones in his shin. He was pissing blood. He was shitting himself. Like he was in a very terrible place. And he ran the last 20 miles like the fastest he ever could, and he finished the race. And after the race was done, like they told him, like, you need to get to a doctor, like, and he basically told them, I just want to sit with this for a second, and hearing a story, he went through the Navy SEAL program. He went through Hell Week 3 times, and he realized really it's more than fitness, because he tried to help other people to get through Hell Week in the Navy SEAL program, and he would train them and turn them into like really fit people, and they still couldn't make it through Hell Week. So he realized that it's more than just physical fitness. It's all mental fitness, and like how mentally strong you are, and like when you get into that dark place where you want to stop, he says that when you feel like you want to stop, you're only at 40%. And when you hear somebody say that, man, like it really makes you look in the mirror and check yourself.
Makes you think.
Like if he's saying 40, you want to stop, and that's just 40%, then you're just like, hold up. So what's that next 60? Like, what am I actually capable of? You know what I mean? So
yeah, and as silly as it may sound, that's almost like the phoenix rising, right? It's like coming out of the ashes, and it's you think it's crumbled to nothing, and then that's when the real power emerges.
Exactly, and it's all, I think everybody's 40% is different. Threshold and the point that they can push past is different. So also, you don't want to compare yourself to somebody else and be like, you want to do exactly what they do. You just want to know where you feel like your limits are, and you push past that,
So let me ask you, what gave you? Let's kind of transition into your music and what you do. What gave you the idea that you could rise above all of the negativity around you and become a musician and make a career out of it?
I mean, I had to. It's like I just looked around me and I was like, I had a choice to like be like everybody else and settle for what is supposedly possible for me, or just imagine something different. Like in the beginning, I wouldn't say I had the total confidence I could do. Like in reality, but that I was going to try my best, and I was going to give it my all. I'm going to leave it all on the table, and at least if I do that, then I can feel good about myself. So I wasn't necessarily sure about what was going to happen or what's going to happen for me, but what I decided was I'm going to give it my best shot. And one day is different from the other. Some days you're really feeling it. Other days, you falter. It happens, but it's like, see, Evaflow Skystarter. It's all about tenacity. It's all about having a fighting spirit. Like being a Skystarter, it doesn't mean that like you're like the super positive person all the time. Or like, it doesn't matter where you are in life. You could be like super hopeful. You could be in a very dark place. The only requirement to be a Skystarter is that you never give up. So for me, it's like doing music. I just felt like, I'm going to give it my all. And inside I knew I'm capable of whatever I put my mind to. And one of the biggest barriers was just people around me trying to, tell me that, you're not gonna make it, or, it's like you know,
Yeah.
nobody, because I love hip hop. I love hip hop music a lot. So like I do like reggae hip hop. So it's like people be like, oh, you have to do straight reggae music. Nobody wants to do reggae hip hop or nothing like that. And it's like, I just had this go-getter spirit from a young age, and I guess stubborn. I was a bit stubborn too, and mischievous, and that helped me.
Oh yeah, no, you got to be a little bit stubborn and in your own way to be able to push forward sometimes, especially with all that kind of negativity around you. But where did that musical journey start for you? Were you making music at home, or did you have this idea that you wanted to do this, and then you said, okay, I'm going to put some people together and we're going to make something happen? Did you pay for studio time? How did it all start for you?
Yeah, so my father, he was a big record collector. Like, he collected a lot of vinyl records. He was really into like old, like soul music, 70s R&B and reggae music, like old reggae music, Black Uhuru, Burning Spear, Peter Tosh, Bunny Wailer, the Scatterlight. So I would rifle through his records, rifle through his R&B records. It was like I was like four years old, and I was told, he would leave for work and tell me not to touch the record player. You tell a child that, come on, exactly.
Yeah, you only wanted to do it more.
We're gonna go touch it. So yeah, my journey started off just rifling through my father's records, and I fell in love with Michael Jackson. Then this Bad album, I'm Bad. That was my track. Every day I wanted to play that song, and I eventually started rewriting people's verses. So like I would rewrite somebody's verse, like a dancehall verse, like a Beanie Man verse, or a Vibes Cartel verse. And then I started writing my own verses, and I'd go to school and like spit my verse, and people would be like, yo, like you kind of have it, And my friends, at school, they kind of gave me a little confidence, so I kept writing verses. And eventually I started just recording in my room. I started actually using a headphone as a mic. So like I'd plug the headphone into the mic jack and
wow.
and like record into the headphone. Yeah. So
which is awesome,
my
man.
journey started. But, yeah, man.
That's
but
how
eventually,
it starts.
I saved up my money. I'm always been like an entrepreneur. So I started like, selling like lollipops and chocolate bars at school, just trying to make a little funds, just to buy like, gear and, buy like my first little radio, or like a Walkman, because at that time, like, they had like these mini MP3 players, right? So like the iPod Shuffle, for example, that was one thing that was out at that time. So, those little iPod Shuffles. So, I'd ask my parents to, get me one, but they were like, they can't afford it. And so I just started selling stuff at school. And then eventually, I would make a little money. Then that helped me go to the studio for the first time. And, I'd try, setting up a little home studio. And that's where my whole journey started with recording. Setting up like a little home studio, buying a little laptop and, cheap mic. Downloading cracked software, cracked DAWs.
Yep. And you kind of alluded to the fact that after you recorded your first 2 tracks, that's when really things opened up for you. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, it's just, I didn't know what to expect, I didn't know. I'm just right. I'm having fun, man, I'm just having fun. We just love music. We all know how it is. We love music, and we just want to be a part of it. And, make some music ourselves, but have fun. But turns out, people started asking me to send me the song. Like I'd play it, and people would ask me to send them the song, and then I would like delay sending it. And people would keep asking me like, yo, remember to send me the track, bro. Like, and I was like, damn, they actually want to hear the track, So that gave me some confidence, and after I came up with the name Evaflow, because one of my friends was always like, yo, you Everflow, you know, you Everflow, bro. And I was like, yo, you know, so that's the name right there. And then me and my friend Protege, we started a group called Overdose, and then from there everything just started to blossom. And then, I just realized that, okay, what's the difference now between me doing it for fun and me taking it seriously? And then that was another critical point. It's like I started to think, what's the difference between me just loving music, doing music, and then actually being an artist?
Absolutely. And I do want to, give the audience an opportunity to hear a little bit of what you do. So we're going to go ahead and play one of your tracks. ASAP, what do you have queued up over there?
Do you have anything in particular you would like to play?
Yeah, how about this? How about you play Good As? So Good As is one of my most recent singles. It's the first single off my upcoming album, and it's actually my first NFT, like the first music NFT I ever dropped. I dropped that last year, and it was 50 editions, and it sold out. I wrote my own Solidity contract, taught myself Solidity, taught myself how to create dApps, made my own website, and that kicked off my whole Web3 music career, I would say. So let's run that one.
All right, let's run Good As by Evaflow Skystarter. Check it out.
What? Sure. Evaflow. Hey, gala, how you stay, so? Gala, how you stay, so? Me love, how you stay, yo. Jano say me rate, yo. Hey, yo, Jano say me rate, yo. I eat me have to say, yo. What me have to say, what? My girl, you're good ass. Iceberg with my cool ass. Wah, you rock the world when you do that. Wah, you rock the world when you do that. Wah, my girl, you're good ass. Iceberg with my cool ass. Wah, you rock the world when you do that. Wah, you rock the world when you do that. Wah, my girl, you're good ass. The light of the world is the worth of a woman. You are semi-circle, my good ass. Pull up, yeah, pull off the purple and pull off. Cool ass, the iceberg, yeah, good ass. Translation, my girl, yeah, whole mates. So zen, focus on a stack. Love spirituality, love get to the bag. How you stay, so? Yalla, how you stay, so? Me love, how you stay, yo. Jano say me rate, yo. Hey, yo, Jano say me rate, yo. I eat me have to say, yo. What me have to say, what? My girl, you're good ass. Iceberg with my cool ass. Wah, you rock the world when you do that. Wah, you rock the world when you do that. Wah, my girl, you're good ass. Iceberg with my cool ass. Wah, you rock the world when you do that. Wah, you rock the world when you You always have money stash. Wah, nothing wrong with that. Yeah, independent girl. Every dollar where you spend get turned differently. I can admit it, I need you. I could have pledged an allegiance. I can go deeper. You know why you me a feature like the front page of the Glean. Hey, gala, how you stay, so? Gala, how you stay, so? Me love, how you stay, yo. Jano say me rate, yo. Hey, yo, Jano say me rate, yo. I eat me have to say, yo. What me have to say, what? My girl, you're good ass. Iceberg with my cool ass. Wah, you rock the world when you do that. Wah, you rock the world when you do that. Wah, my girl, you're good ass. Iceberg with my cool ass. Wah, you rock the world when you do that. Wah, you rock the world when you world when it. World when it, world when it. You rock the world when it, world when it. World in it. Evaflow. You rock the world in it, world in it.
Yo. I gotta tell you, it's so cool that you kind of almost made your own genre. And look, maybe I'm not aware of rap meeting reggae, but it's fucking cool.
Yeah, it's super cool, man. That like switch up like halfway through the song where like the transition, man. Wow. I think that's
awesome stuff.
An amazing mashup of culture. That's what it is, man. It's a mashup of culture.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I did that because that's the remix and the original mashed up together. So they're actually two separate songs, but I created that version so when I go into spaces and stuff, everybody gets like a taste of both of them.
Yeah, it's good shit.
It's a good idea.
So you started to see some traction with your tracks. You recorded these tracks. People are interested in them to the point where they're hounding you, hey, send me the track, send me the track. So where do you go from there in terms of, moving forward and turning this into a career?
Well, what's crazy, man? So I come from the countryside in Jamaica. So I live in the countryside, and where I grew up is like a market town. So people come to the town to sell their goods, and lots of farming goes on. So people farm like a lot of cabbage, lettuce, onions, marijuana, tobacco, like lots of different farming goes on. And so I didn't grow up in Kingston. But that's in Kingston, Jamaica now. That's like the hub. That's like where all the studios are. That's where all the action is. I actually went to Kingston and started living in my car. And I lived in my car. And I just decided I'm going to drive to Kingston. And I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm going to start performing all over the city. Like it was like I'm any open mic, whatever is going on. At least I'm mobile, right? So I'm like, whatever is going on, I could get there. I don't have anywhere to live, but I could get there. So I lived in my car for almost a year and a half, man. And that was one of the best decisions I ever made. Honestly, it was one of the best things I ever did because that put my name on this music scene in Jamaica. I went to Kingston. I started a band. So I started a band. I still wasn't living anywhere, but I had this car, and I would just go pick up my bandmates, and all these people who were in the band, they're like from the ghetto too. They're they don't really have much, but they love music. So you have people from Trenchtown, people from Tivoli, people from Waterhouse, and all these areas are like garrison communities. Like, it's not, you don't just go those places on your own. You can't just go there like that. Like, I don't recommend anybody to go. And, so I would just link up with these people, and we started a band called the Skystarters. So started performing all over the city, bro. Like, we started off with 4 of us. Then it grew to a 9-piece band. 2 guitarists, bass player, backup vocalist.
That's cool.
Saxophonist, keyboardist. It was a gang, the Skystarters, and that put me on the map on the music scene in Kingston, and like that started me being like an actual artist, like Evaflow. Like, this is not a hobby. This is like, I do this.
Talk about taking your destiny into your hands and just
determination.
saying, fuck it, I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do, and fuck everyone else, fuck everything else. I'm gonna push forward and make things happen. And good on you. I mean, that's a brave move to.
It is.
Just drop everything, go live in your car, and say, I'm gonna put myself proximal to the scene because I know this is where I need to be, and see what happens. And that's amazing.
It's honestly giving me chills just like thinking about what it takes to make that decision, and again, like that's why I was saying determination, but it also takes an immense amount of self-belief, and again, it's like you're not kidding yourself because like, man, like I could have made a similar decision at some point in my life and I was too afraid to, but it's not like because I didn't believe in myself, but how did you get to make that decision? Like, what did it take for you to make that leap of faith?
I had nowhere else to go. I had no other option. Like, I mean, at that time I was at odds with my whole family, like everybody was just on my case about what I'm doing with my life. And like, everybody want to make decisions. Like, everybody else is living their life. I have no say in what they're doing with their life. I can't tell them what they do, but somehow they want to have a say in what I'm doing with my life. Like, I just got tired of everybody, bro. I was like, yo, I'm out. I'm going off on my own. And, because I felt like I was dying inside anyway, being around all of that. So I was just like, look, I'm already feeling like I'm half dead, so what's the point? I might as well go and, like, I had nothing to lose. And I was fortunate enough to have a ride. Right. That was the next thing. I had a ride. So it was like, listen, I got this car, man. Yo, let's go. Let's do this. And in a way, too, I must tell you, it was a bit of naivety because if you grow up in Kingston, Jamaica, you know that you don't just go sleep in your car anywhere. Like, you don't do that. People don't do that. Nobody does that. You don't park and sleep in your car in Kingston, Jamaica, murder capital. Like, you don't do that. But for me, I was oblivious. Like, my mind, the only thing that was on my mind was music. I was blinded by just my artistry. So I didn't even, when people said, so where did you sleep last night? I was like, yo, I slept in the parking lot at Megamart, or then I slept in the parking lot up at Manor Park. And they're like, so you just slept there? And I was like, yeah. And they're like, so aren't you afraid? I was like, no, I'm not afraid. Like, what's the worst that's going to happen? Like, and when I say what's the worst that's going to happen, is because, as I said, I was coming from a situation where I was already feeling so bogged down that I wasn't even feeling like myself. Like, if everybody's telling me change my life, do something different, and it's like, who am I? Do people think my life is like a game? Like, they can just direct me in the direction they think I should go? So I was just like, yo, fuck it. If I die making this decision, what difference is it gonna make? I already feel like I'm dying right now, listening to what I should do and what I shouldn't do. So honestly, I just had nothing to lose, man, and turns out I met so many people. I met so many, everybody you could think in reggae music that's making noise right now. I know them. They're my friends. Chronix, Protege, Kabaka Pyramid, who won the Reggae Grammy he's the reigning Grammy winner, Reggae Grammy winner. I just dropped a music video and he produced the track.
Unbelievable.
That's awesome, man.
And it sounds like at that point, when you feel like you have nothing to lose, you were only at 40%.
There you go.
Right? True. That's
there you go.
That's where everything really started to happen. That's amazing. So
Yeah.
So you build the website and you get into the space. Just getting on the internet is one thing, but how did you find yourself in the Web3 space and in those communities?
So, all right, so bam. So, went to Kingston, did all of that, started doing shows all over the city, right? People know me. My following is growing on Instagram now. Like, to anybody on the outside looking in, I'm popping. To anybody on the outside looking in, I'm popping. Still, though, I got no money. I'm moving hand to mouth. That's a thing that you talk about. That's a term in Jamaica, hand to mouth. It's just like every day, it's like you don't really know what next week is going to look like, but you're just taking it day by day. So, I'm not making any money. I'm scrimping for gas money, all of this, but my career is on the rise, right? So, so my following is growing. At that point, I grew my Instagram to like over 10,000 followers at that point. Now it's at like 28. But at that time, even though everything was going good, career-wise, brand-wise, I started to try to see okay, all of this traction isn't translating to my financial situation improving. So, and I started to think, okay, what's going to happen here? Because everything that's going on now isn't sustainable financially.
Right.
Artistically, definitely I can sustain it, but financially, so now, I'm looking for an answer, man. Once again, this is another crossroads in my life now, where my brand is growing. To everybody, it's like, yes, Evaflow, what? He must be making lots of money. Really, I'm not making any money. I'm just in love with music totally and giving it my all.
And I have to tell you, sorry to cut you off, but there's a lot of celebrity interviews I've heard where when people are starting out, it's exactly like that. Jonah Hill talks about he saw himself on huge billboards for Superbad, and he didn't have a dime to his name, and he was getting evicted from his apartment, and everyone thought he had so much money, and he didn't have a fucking penny.
Yo, that's crazy you said that, because when I was performing, I was on billboards in Kingston.
There you go. Like yeah.
I'd be driving through the streets and see myself on a big billboard, It's like, yo, we're performing, Evaflow on the Skystarters. So I came to a crossroads right there where it's like, okay, something has to change. And, man, I just started doing, these affirmations every morning. I started changing my mindset because I still had this mindset that nobody understands me, nobody cares. I'm all alone in this world. It's me against the world, and nobody knows what I'm going through. And and I had to change that mentality. I had to change my mentality to think like, you know what? There are people who understand me. There are people who are going through what I'm going through, been through what I've been through, and made better for themselves. And just like that, I started to change my mentality. One day, man, I opened up Twitter. I'm scrolling the timeline. I see these Twitter spaces, Fifi Wrong and Nifty Sax. They have this music space, and I hopped in that space, that music space, and that was another. So we talked about the crossroads of me living in my car, going to Kingston. Started that journey, starting a band, building my brand, but still no money. I'm on billboards, I'm doing shows, but no money. So now next crossroad, finally I discover Web3, where this is the promise now. The promise is that, hey, you can find people who rock with you and can help support your artistry. That was my initial thought about Web3. Was like, wow, this is a way where I can financially support myself as an artist. Initially, that was my thought process about Web3. However, the more I joined these spaces, I realized there's much more to it than that. And it's about relationships, connections, community. And I learned that going forward. But Web3 is the reason why I'm right here still doing music, because I sold out my collection. Eventually, I broke some bread with my band, booked more studio time, recorded another music video, got a place to live. So at that time, I was still living in my car. And eventually, from the proceeds from my mint, I got a little place to live, a little camp. And that started another journey for me in Web3 and learning about the blockchain technology. Because I like coding too. Because when you become when you're doing this thing, right? You need a website, you need all that stuff. So you have to teach yourself a little HTML, a little CSS. You gotta dabble a little in that world, right? You gotta learn a little Photoshop here and there, and so.
You are such an impressive fucking guy. Yeah, sure, you have to. You had to, and you did, and that's unbelievable.
It's all about the execution, and you, my friend, are executing.
Yeah, and tenacity, shit, you have it coming out the ears. It's unbelievable. I absolutely applaud you, because you pushed forward so hard, and you're seeing the fruits of that labor, and it's a beautiful thing. And so this makes me now wonder. When you came on the show when Max Pretends was on, you talked about how you were afraid to step away from the space for an extended period of time to complete your album. Now, with everything that I've heard, that makes it all the more poignant that you were afraid to step away from the space, because now this is the first place where you're like making money from your art. So taking that step back to like put in the work to do that, what was that was like a really big decision for you then?
Yeah, listen, big decision. It was a big risk, man. Like, honestly, I don't know. I couldn't tell somebody confidently that they can do that. The only reason I finished my album and came back and built back to where I am now is because of I have an extreme work ethic, and I understand marketing. I understand branding. I understand marketing. I understand human psychology. So I know that when I take a break, some people will forget about me, that I exist. Because a lot of people don't really care that much to begin with. They care because you keep yourself on their mind. Right. But if you take yourself off their mind, they move on to someone else, unless they're the super fans or your community who's checking for you like that. Okay, so it's not like an easy decision to make. And even coming back now, and yes, I have built back up some traction, right? But it's still not to where it was before I took the break,
Right.
And but I finished my album, man, and that's my one of my lifelong dreams. Like, I wanna release an album, and I wanna write a book. And I finished my album. I'm on the tail end of this book I'm writing now,
Hell
where
yeah.
it's called, the album and the book are the same title, you know. So it was a very big decision, and I would say if anybody decides to do that, don't just leave. Like, if you leave, at least collect some email addresses, create a Twitter group DM or a Telegram group or something, and let people know what you're up to while you're away. At least keep certain people in the loop about, hey, I'm working on my album, I just left the studio. It doesn't have to be on Twitter, but at least have at least, 50 to 100 people where they're still in the loop instead of just disappearing totally.
Right.
Because it's not for the faint of heart to... It's one thing to build momentum, suppose, but it's the next thing to recreate it.
Sure.
Listen, that's...
Sure.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you have such a good mentality, attitude. You are into helping others. You've talked about on the last show giving advice to Max Pretends that when you came back to the space, you were fortunate enough to be re-embraced by all these people that were so excited to have you back. And that's such a great thing, and that speaks to your character and kind of speaks to this idea of put your best foot forward, be a good person, put that energy out there, and that's what you'll receive when the time comes. So that's a beautiful thing.
And that's the reason why I was embraced. It's not because of my artistry. It was because of my personality.
Right.
That's
Absolutely.
the reason.
I'm going to go ahead and reset the room here real quick. We are Sapo Studios. Thank you for being with us today. Our goal is to bring the majority of profits and ownership rights back into the hands of musicians. We operate under the umbrella of the Notorious Frog NFT project, aka Frogland. Do your own research, but get involved. We have plans to unveil a marketplace where you can buy and sell stems and do a whole lot more. But until then, we're jamming with artists and chatting it up with them about music, life, and NFTs every Saturday here at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Twitter, where we always get rugged. Today we have Evaflow Skystarter, who is coming to us from Jamaica, has such tenacity within him, has made his own way to the fullest extent you can make your own way. And we're so privileged to have had him on the show today. I did see that Winebags, who was also a former guest of ours, hopped up on stage and wanted to say a few words. What's up, Winebags?
What's up, brother?
Hey, how's it going? Good.
Pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing all right. I'm slowly gaining my feet again after COVID, and I actually really was sort of feeling what Evaflow, sort of what you were saying about it. It is hard to gain back the momentum when you sort of step back, even for a little bit, or at least it feels like that. So it's definitely a thing, but at the same time, you got to step back sometimes, and especially I'm sick, and
something I spoke about on the Max Pretend show the first time we spoke to Evaflow was that one of my buddies kind of read this thing where it said you only have a certain percentage of willpower within you, so you can do as many things as you want, but each time you split yourself again and again, it's splitting that willpower into those different places, and there's only so much percent that exists and can go into all these different places. So that begins to diminish and diminish. So you got to decide where you're going to put that energy, that willpower, and Evaflow needed to finish his album, and that's where he needed to dedicate that willpower and energy, and that's why he needed to take a step back, and that makes sense. Sometimes you have to just be self-aware and know what you need and give yourself that. So, absolutely.
Yeah, 100%. I've definitely, have been trying to finish up sort of a bigger project, and also got sick, and so I'm just I just haven't been as active, and it's just how it goes sometimes. And I think a lot of us got into this because we were trying to get away from that always have to be on mentality, but that's what it seems to turn into sometimes. At least that's the vibe that is sort of going around. So I applaud taking a break.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for being with us today, Winebags. Appreciate
Absolutely,
you listening and hopping up.
Good to hear from you, and glad to hear that you're feeling better, man. And
Likewise.
yeah, keep going, man.
Yeah, we're here for you. Anything we can do to help promote any of your stuff, let us know, and we'll push whatever you got going on. We love to see not only the artists we've had on the show succeed, but all artists in the space, because that's what all of this is about. Let's promote each other, let's push each other, build each other up, and let's all succeed. Because fuck it, there's space for all of us.
Absolutely.
You know, there's
the whole point.
There's the beauty of music is that there's so much variety. And that it's objective, right? So or subjective. So there, you can like something, I can like something, but there's something that for all of us,
right?
Totally. And there's space for all of us.
Totally.
Can I ask a quick, unrelated question? I remember one of you is from Meridian, right?
No.
I'm from Michigan originally.
Or one of you lives in Idaho now?
Idaho,
right.
Idaho, yeah. So our third guy, Doc Froggled, aka A-Bomb, he's not here with us right now, but he's from Nampa, Idaho.
Okay, Idaho. Is he doing like the tree fort? Because I just actually learned yesterday that tree fort was going on right now. I sort of forgot about it. But.
I don't know anything about the tree fort, if I'm being honest with you. He's actually in an acting class right now. But what's going on with this tree fort?
I love tree forts.
Yeah.
It's it's a music festival that takes place there, and actually the only reason I knew it was going on was because Black Dave. I talked to him yesterday, and he was there speaking during it. And I'm like, oh shit, yeah, it's definitely something that's been on my radar, but didn't know. So I was just wondering if.
Nice, yeah, no, we haven't heard about that. We were at a bunch of NFTLA events this week, and kind of leaning into all that stuff, but have not heard about the Tree Fort gathering. But sounds pretty cool. But yeah, right now, I do want to transition over into another one of Evaflow's songs that he sent us. So do you have that accessible over there, ASAP?
Yeah, just whichever one you'd like to play next.
Is there more than one additional track?
I think there's two more. There's Ready to Go, and then there's Meditate.
Okay, so which would you prefer us to play, Everflow?
And then there's also the music videos. Oh, which also might be one of those is a music video. Yes.
Yeah, Ready to Go is a music video just dropped, and that one's produced by Kabaka Pyramid, and he's a current
the Grammy
winner
right?
for reggae. And but Meditate is also, we could play Meditate and then play Ready to Go last. Meditate is currently up on Sound XYZ minting, and I've minted 15 out of 25 editions so far. And that song features some of my bandmates. It's not fully live, but it does feature some of my bandmates. And the saxophonist in my band.
Do you meditate on a daily basis?
Yeah, it's a very big part of my lifestyle. You know what's crazy though is that I think I have an ulterior motive when I meditate, because I know it makes me a better writer. So it's like, even if I don't want to, I'm like, I know it's gonna make me, write better. But overall though, it's just good for your life, and just, a great way to step away and be with yourself and really access, that inner reservoir that we all have, that our creativity springs from. I think meditation is extremely powerful, and everyone should at least spend 5 minutes with some mindfulness practice.
Do you have any advice of what people should do during those 5 minutes if they've never meditated before?
Yeah, and that's a great question, ASAP, because someone like me, right, I don't understand meditation, if I'm being completely honest. I've tried it before, and I just feel like I'm sitting there with my eyes closed with my thoughts, and I'm like, all right, what's supposed to happen?
It's interesting. That is a good question in itself of what's supposed to happen. Evaflow, I would love to hear your thoughts.
Yeah, first off, what's supposed to happen is just that you can expect your thoughts to always get in the way, and that's part of it. So the biggest point of meditation is, no matter whatever you're focusing on, like let's say you're focusing on your breath, if there's in your head, that's natural, and you bring it back to your breath. But really, there's my two favorite ways to meditate is one by chanting. So it's like having like a mantra or like a phrase, that like you chant over and over like 100 times, and it could be anything. It could be like health, wealth, success, and like you inhale and say health, wealth, success. You exhale, you say health, wealth, success in your mind. And like if you inhale, health, wealth, success, exhale, health, wealth, success in your mind, and you do that 12 times, 12 inhales, 12 exhales, that's a dope practice right there. And that takes like 5 minutes, I would say, and you'll come up, and what is it supposed to do? It is supposed to feel like just slightly calmer, slightly more connected to yourself, little clearer. But really, sometimes the effect is not something that you'll notice right away. It's like more the consistency. But one thing it does help with that I know is like your creativity when it comes to writing music. So one of my favorite things to do, meditate for like 15 minutes and just like focus on my breath, like inhale for like, 4 or 5 seconds, exhale for 4 or 5 seconds, and just do that 12 times, and I'll just play a beat. I'll play a beat and I'll press record on my voice memo and I'll just start spitting. No judgment, nothing. If I mess up, doesn't matter. I just go off. I come up with melodies. You mumble a melody. It doesn't have to have any words. So for me, it helps being centered and just allows me to get back to myself and to draw from my inner reservoir. But really, it's not about being like this totally Zen person. It's not about like seeing some light or like making some huge ascension. It's just a good practice, just like, going for a walk. Because walking is a really dope meditation. Like just going for a walk with phone, no Apple Watch, no notifications, and just taking in the fresh air, appreciating the fresh air, looking around, appreciating nature. It's a meditation. It doesn't have to be something where you're like your legs are crossed and you're in the lotus position and you're like a yogi. There's so many different ways to meditate, but the most important thing about meditation is just where your focus is. So if you're walking and your focus is nature, then just appreciate nature, appreciate everything around you. If your focus is, you want to chant this mantra over and over again, or if your focus is on your breath, but don't judge yourself for having a thought. Don't attach yourself to your thoughts, because thoughts always are going to come in the way. So really, one of the best ways, I would say, just to wrap it up, is one of the best ways to meditate is simply deep breath in, deep breath out 12 times. Honestly.
Well, thank you for breaking that down, and I appreciate that idea of the health, wealth, success, and trying some sort of a mantra out loud with the breaths. I'm gonna try that and see where that goes.
Totally, man. And again, giving it time. I think. Not expecting like a quick return on your investment.
Listen,
there,
it's definitely a practice that they say helps with your mental health. And if you think about pharmaceuticals, right? When someone starts to get on some sort of a medication for their mental health, they say there's some sort of an adjustment period. Back when I was in high school, I was taking some medication for a little while for anxiety, and it doesn't settle into your system until, let's say, a month and a half, 2 months after you take the medication. So there's no reason that you shouldn't think that with something like meditation, a natural, holistic way to heal yourself, that it's the same thing. You have to let it settle in. You have to get used to what it is and what you're doing, and how it resonates with you and your mind and your body.
Absolutely. That's a great analogy.
Hey, thanks, man.
And kind of puts it into an additional perspective for myself.
There you go.
Because, I think I've been trying to implement meditation into my routine a little more often, and now Evaflow has certainly inspired me.
Yeah, he's broken it down to a way that makes it palpable for us, and we'll go ahead and try that and see what happens. But let's meditate with Evaflow's music and play Meditate by Evaflow.
I'm going to pull this up really quick.
Yeah, pull that up, man.
Here we go.
All right, this is Meditate.
Meditate. You medicate me like every day. Mary Jane. You medicate me like every day. Park on the beach and we're gone for the weekend. And we're gone for the weekend, yo. When the family meet, when I war, when I pretend. And I'm on my way. All the way, we're going all the way. Okay, and I'm on my way. Till every day is like a holiday. Great timing. The joy when you hate smiling. The piper that's paid to pipe it. Even the lighter days and like the lights your way, girl. I like the way you look. I do, but I love the way you look at the world. Third eye looking out and you took it in. You got your outlook from looking in. Every limit is a lie, a lyric is a rhyme, is a rhythm, is a vibe, is another level. So the limit is the sky, no ability to fly, so I'm giving it a try, no someone a rebel. When you're rolling on the street, everybody have style. Have you have style to your thing? Nah, no style, our police will style you. Nah, no style in the street, it's stifle car. Style is never ask what style is. Style is, you don't know if me not tell you. Style is buy two, get one free, 100% juice from a concentrate. So hide that when people say hi, I don't have to say hi back. So hide that when people say hi, I don't have to say hi. Meditate, meditate, meditate. You medicate me like every day. Every chain. You medicate me like every day. Park on the beach and we're gone for the weekend. And we're gone for the weekend, yo. When the family meet, when I war, when I pretend. And I'm on my way. All the way, we're going all the way. Okay, and I'm on my way. Till every day is like a holiday. Park on the beach and we're gone for the weekend. And we're gone for the weekend, yo. When the family meet, when I war, when I pretend. And I'm on my way. All the way, we're going all the way. Okay, and I'm on my way. Till every day is like a holiday. Girl, I want you, girl, I need you. Can't go on without you like the Queen of Sheba. Now go down to your real Chiba, Spirulina, Viva, release the fever. Green of the real sativa, but me want the original Sensimilia. Want get political, no entertainer. Tell them get the works are tax for paper. In my own world, me no watch me neighbor. Stay to myself and I thank the savior. No say me not the almighty favor, even though sometimes me have bad behavior. What the hell is someone I gotta do? Reach in my pocket and follow through. This is the loving that lovers do. This is always what I want to do. Glad that I ended up loving you, putting it all on the line, all on my mind. Sitting in silence in love with you, girl, to be all on my mind, all of the time. Just getting to know life, give the credit to the moon side. Spiritual energy, smoke signs. I live in the melody, I live in the skin with the melanin. Skillful, still filled with adrenaline. Still in a therapy without the pill. I still can't live in a tenement. So hide that when people say hi, I don't have to say hi back. So hide that when people say hi, I don't have to say hi back. Meditate. You medicate me like every day. Every chain. You medicate me like every day. Park on the beach and we're gone for the weekend. And we're gone for the weekend, yo. When the family meet, when I war, when I pretend. And I'm on my way. All the way, we're going all the way. And I'm on my way. Till every day is like a holiday. Park on the beach and we're gone for the weekend. And we're gone for the weekend, yo. When the family meet, when I war, when I pretend. And I'm on my way. All the way, we're going all the way. And I'm on my way. Till every day is like a holiday. Meditate. You medicate me like every day. Mary Jane. You medicate me like every day.
Ooh. Fire.
That saxophone at the end.
I was gonna say it's funny because like I was already thinking for the majority of the song that like the brass was so awesome, so sexy, and then it just ends with that. And like that was awesome.
The bandmate, man, you got to tell the sax man he's good, as well as you, man.
Yeah, I'm shit. The whole band, the whole vibe.
I love it.
I love your shit.
I was just imagining myself driving down the PCH, just yeah.
And I'm on my way.
Yeah. Bingus and I were having a great time in my kitchen.
Yep.
Dancing. You'll see the video, Evaflow. We're filming it. So.
Yo, happy to hear that, man. Happy to hear. And yeah, like the saxophonist, his name is Richie Sax. And listen,
Richie Sax, man. Come on.
Yeah, he's in when I drove to Kingston and I'm living in my car and I met him, he was young in the game, but I kept telling him, like I told him, like, yo, you are a legend. Like, you are super talented. And I kept reinforcing it in his mind because, you know, at the time, like, I saw it. Like, I knew that even now, I know he's going to be one of the premier saxophonists coming out of Jamaica. And I must tell you, right now, he's in high demand. High demand. Like, if off with him early on, I couldn't pay him right now. I couldn't afford him. The only reason I could call him up right now and like say, yo, Richie, come to the studio, you know, and you know, I got this for you, and he'd be like, nah, man, you gotta triple that, you know. The only reason like he doesn't do that is because I was one of the first people who believed in him and, you know, told him that, yo, you really are special.
That's awesome, and you know that's a talent in and of itself, to recognize talent and to say that I'm gonna take a chance on someone that people might not take a chance on. So that's a beautiful thing, and let me ask you about that. So, do you see yourself as some sort of a spiritual leader in addition to being a musician? Because, you know, I think about the advice that you gave to Max Bertens, and you sound like someone that has wisdom to share, and you talk from a place of spirituality. So how do you feel in terms of how you see yourself in that light?
I mean, I see myself as having a role to play when it comes to inspiring others and uplifting others. I definitely don't see myself as like a spiritual leader. You know, I don't ever want to. I always want to feel like I'm a student, but I do have something to share, and I do think I am a leader. But I guess the term spiritual leader just, I don't know why I don't like that term.
Yeah, no, I hear you. There's something about it. Because you know why you don't like that term? It's because people like L. Ron Hubbard have perversed that. You know?
Yeah, there you go, man. There you go. These are cult leaders, right?
Yes.
But the whole Skystarter thing, like, you know, the Skystarters, that's my community, you know, and like I represent for the Skystarters. I rock out for the Skystarters, you know, and like anybody who, you know, aligns, you know, with my mission, or like feels like what they're about aligns with what I'm about, then we're Skystarters. Like, Skystarters.
I want to be a Skystarter.
Yeah, there you go, man. It's like Skystarter is like positive, creative, but also it's just all about never giving up. It doesn't matter where you are in life. You know, it's like I have this term. It's like I would say, you know, my wealth is made in karma. All the hurdles made my armor. My purpose is to be the master of myself. Heaven's gate. How long can heaven wait? I elevate my mental state, transform, disappear, and reappear in two places at once. I'm here, but I'm also there with you, listening along. Transmission in a song. You have a mission and a plan. I'm here just christening the band. Keep on listening the song. We're just here chilling. We're a gang. The Skystarters. When life fights, we fight harder. The bright light lights larger when the Skystarters spark up. They get up when they're knocked down. They don't complain. Most of their struggles remain unknown. The art of self-expression is the next progression. It's like a resurrection, how I took a next direction. Out of breath, chasing perfection. You know?
God damn. Yo.
There's only one line that broke up because of the connection. There was like a couple words.
Yeah, but everything came in crystal clear outside of that. And I gotta tell you, you just put a smile on my face.
Yeah.
Honestly,
I'm ear to ear.
Like not just from that, but I mean in general.
Same.
Like your vibe, your music, you make me smile, dude.
I kind of want to come to Jamaica and hang out with you, man. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, but I'm not sleeping in my car in Kingston. It's not happening.
Yeah, no, we don't want to do that for sure.
No parking lots for me.
Yeah, but no, and to continue with the Skystarter thing, is like, so, you know, music, inspiration, and community. That's what I'm about. And that the foundation of that is like health, alignment, and productivity. And that's why an album and a book is really what my vision is, you know, and what I am currently completing. It's like I completed the album. The book is like 75% the way there. And it's all about music and inspiration and just inspiring others. And really, you know, I started dropping these quotes like on Instagram, you know, about 2 years ago, on Instagram and TikTok. it's like I would drop a verse on my reels and it would get like 5,000 plays, and then I'll drop a quote and it'll get like 10,000. And I'll be like, wow, these quotes are really resonating with people. And it's humbling as an artist to see people resonate with another side to you, you know. And I have something to share. And, you know, I want to, and I think it's important, you know, because everybody is going through something. And really, it's like, as an artist, sometimes it's about, hey, look at me, look at what I'm doing. And it cannot just be like that for me. Like, it can't just be, everybody, here I am, look at me. It's like, if it's not a holistic, symbiotic relationship with my community, with the people who resonate with me, then what's the point? You know, like, there has to be some value add. Like, I can't be in somebody's DM and every time I'm in their DM, I'm asking them for something. Like, I want to ask, but I want to give 10 times. So if I come in her DM, I want to give 10 and ask once. Mm-hmm. You know, and like, that's the mentality I want to have. And the dope thing about that is I do feel like I have something to give. You know, so yes, I do have a purpose to inspire and however I can. You know?
And you know what? That's a beautiful thing. And a lot of people do say the more that they give, the more that they wind up receiving just by virtue of that karma, just by virtue of, you know, what that brings in the universe.
Just the way that it makes you feel, man.
Sure.
It just makes you feel good. It's like, even like some days where I'm like having a terrible day and like I just go out and I'm nice to somebody for the sake of being nice to somebody, it makes me feel better.
Yeah, why don't you try that with me? It'd be nice if you were a little nicer to me once in a while, and maybe you come over to my place and you say something nice instead of say, "Hey, Bingus, you're an asshole."
Yeah.
You know?
We know that.
Yeah, we know that.
We all know that.
I'm just kidding.
No, I come to your house. I cut your hair for free.
Yeah.
You know, give you,
that's true.
Line you up.
Dave's Barbershop.
Dave's Barbershop.
Look
you know,
at that.
pretty soon we're going to have a commercial for that on Sapo.
I cannot wait. Hey, listen, Evaflow, I have to tell you, it has been an absolute honor and privilege to talk to you. I love your mentality. I love your music. I really appreciate you, you know, making the time for us and dropping your wisdom. It's been absolutely awesome. I'm going to go ahead and play your music video, which people will get to see once we upload the video portion of this. But
and
for right now,
I was actually thinking maybe we could just drop that little section from the video on Twitter or something, or like a little sample of it.
Yeah.
You know, if Evaflow's cool with that. You know,
yeah, we'll promote his music video. Fuck yeah. Yeah.
I'm cool. And I just let everybody in the space know I'm doing something right now where everybody who goes and subs to my YouTube channel and likes and comments, I'm going to add them to the allow list for a free mint of a drop I have on Sound XYZ this Monday. So all you have to do is like and comment on the video, sub to the channel, and you automatically get a free mint on Sound XYZ this Monday. And it's an experiment I'm doing right now, but right now I'm at 50 comments. Yeah. It's like almost 400 views, so looks like this experiment is working.
Yeah.
So you like and comment on any particular video, or is there a specific one that people should be liking and commenting?
Yeah, the ready to go video.
Ready to go. Okay, cool.
So the video we're about to play now.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Excellent. So that's minting on XYZ on Monday. You can go ahead and like and comment on that video on YouTube. Subscribe to Evaflow's channel, and you will have whitelisted yourself for that mint for free.
So, and let me be clear. Let me be clear. So this song is not minting on Sound XYZ. It's another song, but if you like and comment on this song, you get a free mint for this other song that's dropping on Monday. This song is part of a big collection that I'm working on, where this collection is an album and a book. So basically, you mint one token, and then when you unwrap that token, it unwraps into 7 songs and a book token. And all you have to do is either burn the book token and the book will be mailed to you, or you can keep the book token, not burn it, but then you don't get the book. But, you know, it's like a burn mechanism that, I'm experimenting with as well.
Very cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome. All right, we're going to go ahead and play Ready to Go. Once again, Evaflow, thank you so much for being with us today. After this song, we're going to go ahead and transition into a jam session. So we're going to use this as an opportunity to set some other stuff up. Feel free to hang out, Evaflow, but no obligation as we transition into this jam. But thank you again. I definitely, I think, can speak on behalf of our audience to say that it was a real honor to have you in today because it was
man.
really a great story and a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah, much love.
Yo,
Dude.
thank you so much, man. I am gonna have to run, but thank you so much. Like, I can't how much I appreciate you reaching out and having me and just, asking me questions and being interested in, my what I have going on my journey. I don't take this stuff for granted, man. So thank you. And
Yeah.
all the success to you. All the success. I'm looking out for what you're doing for your market and everything that you have planned, because what you have planned sounds so dope. Like a marketplace for stems, for artists, like so.
And
I'm
let me
definitely
tell you,
gonna
man,
stay-
that's really just the tip of the iceberg. There's a lot of stuff that
Ooh,
there's a lot of
whoa.
stuff that we can't talk about right now. That's going to be happening. That we're just so excited about.
And-
That once we can drop that alpha, that's going to be huge. But right now,
But
before
hold
you
on.
before
you go there,
okay,
I do
okay.
want to say with this other thing that we are working on, man, off the show, we would love to talk to you about because maybe you could be involved as like some sort of featured artist through this thing that we are building.
Yeah.
Happy to.
Would be
Absolutely.
awesome. And we just had a very interesting, which Bingus is going to let
Yeah,
you know about.
so-
We had
so
one of the developers.
Before you run Evaflow, so once in a while we get a message from the Frogland team. Frogland is who we operate under here. They're unbelievable. They're a powerhouse team that is building a metaverse. They have mini games that they're dropping. They just dropped something called Total Recall, which is a game that if you hold one of their NFTs, you can go onto the site, connect, and you can start to play, earn tokens. We don't know what those are going to be for yet, but there's
Wink,
so much
wink,
going on.
wink,
Wink, wink, wink. But the Frogland team, once in a while, when they're listening to our show, they say, you know what? You should go ahead and give this person a frog. And Evaflow, the Frogland team, would like to give you a free Notorious
Bing, bing,
frog.
bing, 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 bong.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Yes.
So we're going to go ahead and have you message us with your wallet address, and we'll have the Frogland team send that over to you. So exciting when that happens. It's fucking cool, and I couldn't agree with them more that you are a wonderful person to drop this to, because you clearly want to help other people in the space, and those are the people that we should be shouting out, that we should be dropping things to and calling out for their good deeds. So good on you. We love you. The Frogland team clearly loves you, and welcome to the Notorious Frog community.
Yes, sir. Let's go, man. I'm so happy. Thank you so much.
Hell
This
yeah,
is awesome, man.
This is fucking great. The Frogland community is one of the best communities that I've seen out there. There are a lot of great communities in the NFT space. I'm not trying to shit on any other community, but Frogland is just unbelievable. Between the fact that the community itself, like you, wants to build each other up, and there's so much love in the community, the team really is so in touch with the community, what they want, what they need, and everything that the Frogland team is building is based on the community and what they see as viable for the future of this project. So it's a beautiful symbiotic relationship, like you spoke about, and we're so happy that you're a part of the fold now.
Yeah, this is super exciting, man. Super exciting. And we'll definitely continue this conversation off the show because got some very exciting things to discuss.
Yeah, awesome. All right, Evaflow, go ahead and shoot us your wallet address. We'll share that with the Frogland team. Thank you so much to the Frogland team for dropping that frog to Evaflow. That's really exciting, and the fact that gets to happen on our show is super cool.
Very exciting.
Evaflow, we'll give you the rest of your day back. Enjoy beautiful Jamaica. Don't sleep in any cars in Kingston, please, because we want you to make it to tomorrow and the next day and the next day after that.
We want to hang out with you
Yeah.
in Jamaica, in LA, in
absolutely.
New York, wherever
Yeah,
we
shit,
end
if
up.
you're
man.
ever in the States, man, let's definitely connect.
Wherever we end up.
But thank you for giving us your time and being such a positive force in the space and in life.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much.
All right, you have a great day. We're going to go ahead and play Ready to Go, which once again, if you go ahead and check out Evaflow on YouTube, you find his page, you subscribe, you like and comment on Ready to Go, and you will be whitelisted for a mint that he is doing on XYZ on Monday. Very exciting stuff, super cool. To be clear, like he said, the mint is not for Ready to Go, it's for another song, but go ahead and engage with Ready to Go on YouTube. And we're going to go ahead and play Ready to Go right now as we transition into the jam session. Hope you'll stick with us as we play a little bit of music, but if you don't, thank you for having been with us for this interview portion of the show. Thank you for giving up some of your Saturday to party with us, so to speak, and we'll be back in just a flash.
Just want to talk to you for a second, girl. Evaflow.
Ready to go.
Where you there? Ready.
Ready to go with
Ready
you.
long time now.
I wanna know
My past you, see?
what it is to flow with you. Ready, ready to go.
Ready.
Ready, ready to go with you. Ready, ready to go. Ready, ready to go with you.
Ready to go, girl, I'm ready to go. I'm on the road, I'm just letting you know.
I wanna know.
Ready for true, reservation for two, it's so dope when I'm getting with you.
Ready to
Ready for go, girl, I'm ready for go. I'm on the road, I'm just letting you know. Ready for true, reservation for two, it's so dope when I'm getting with you. Wow, me did that play, Mr. Shy Guy. And a shy night, make you want I and I. Analyze, and I arrive at the same truth by which I and I abide. Alibi, hold up by your side. By the way, you know how I am, right? Iodine, how me help the healing. So why am I trying to help the feeling? Right. Set the mood, turn the lights low. Dial up my princess to come right now. Lie low, relax and just lie down. Hide all almanacs, where did the time go? Night, no, take off your night gown. My, wow, raise my eyebrows. As I browse your body part of mine grows. It hard for find a daughter like you.
Ready to go.
Ready,
Ready to go with you.
ready,
I wanna know
we're ready.
what it is to flow with you. Ready, ready to go. I'm ready. Ready, ready to go with you.
Sure.
Ready, ready to go. I'm ready. Ready, ready to go with you.
Ready to go, girl, I'm ready to go. I'm on the road, I'm just letting you know.
I wanna know.
Ready for true, reservation for two, it's so dope when I'm getting with you.
Ready to
Ready for go, girl, I'm ready for go. I'm on the road, I'm just letting you know.
I wanna know.
Ready for true, reservation for two, it's so dope when I'm getting with you.
You.
Wow, you got your eyebrows deep. Get chicks like me name high profile. Right, and then the eye proofread. The eye read the proof of why it's you and me. Hold up, hey, yeah, you are pre I and I. Who I know we? Be dry your eye, them boy and me. I E eye to eye and them boy then I see. You know that? That's right. Them want take off your night. Me want take it off nightly. Rightly, asking nicely by me, kissing your shoulder blade lightly. Wisely, precisely, quite the Prince Charming, yeah, but quietly. Inquiry, your friend, them I go ask you why me, and you go tell them politely.
Ready to go.
We're ready,
Ready to go with you.
ready,
I wanna know
we're ready.
what it is to flow with you. Ready, ready to go. I'm ready. Ready, ready to go with you. Ready, ready to go. I'm ready. Ready, ready to go with you.
Ready to go, girl, I'm ready to go. I'm on the road, I'm just letting you know.
I wanna know.
Ready for true, reservation for two, it's so dope when I'm getting with you. Ready for go, girl, I'm ready for go. I'm on the road, I'm just letting you know.
I wanna know.
Ready for true, reservation for two, it's so dope when I'm getting with you.
You.
Yeah. If you take it one step at a time, it's no longer that much of an incline. And I found out the sky is the start by starting from the heart. Evaflow.
Love that track. We're opening up Logic right now. We're going to go ahead and hop into this jam session, play some tunes, see what happens. I know that, we always start someplace and then ASAP takes it someplace else once I leave. So I'm sure that whatever we start with this track will turn into something completely different once I leave, and it'll be excellent and amazing. It's always really funny to come back and I'm like, this is what we were working on? It's like, yeah. You hear that like bass line that we started with like way underneath? I'm like, oh yeah, I can kind of hear that. Like that's buried somewhere under there. But yeah, he always turns it into something cool. So
last show transitioned a lot.
Is that what you're playing right now?
This is what we ended up with last week.
Yo, I'm grounded, you found it. That's right, astounded, pounded the pavement, rave it.
We had Ernie from Avant-Gardians throw us this bass line.
Take a stand, ran motherfuckers. That's right, did it cause a ruckus in the
I see Ernie's in the audience.
Get it in your shoes, in the grooves with your socks off, block part. Yeah, that's a rock start.
So this was made live last time on our show. Ernie sent in the bass line to Sapo Studios 1 at gmail.com, which was very cool.
I'm gonna go ahead and invite Ernie up to speak if he maybe wants to. I'm curious to hear what he thinks about how this track turned out after the mess we had trying to start it off.
You know, sometimes you got to go through it to come out on the other side.
It.
Yeah,
and sure, you came out.
So I'm gonna start anew. And I'm thinking...
Talk to me.
Let's start at 110. And usually we start with like the guitar or something. So I'm going to start with some keys this time.
Yeah, go ahead and start with some ivories.
And maybe just like, let's see.
Although we use a digital keyboard, so I guess you can't call them ivories because those keys are plastic, right?
Yeah. Something more along those lines.
So hop up on the plastics, man.
Yeah. Some good plastics.
Right. You got a vibe you're feeling already, or you're just gonna go ahead and noodle around and see what happens?
Just try to see what sounds cool. But
okay.
I'm gonna start from a key for sure.
Oh yeah, you like to do that, huh?
Or we could just start from a loop, like a stem on splice or something.
Ooh, that's interesting. What if we did that?
Okay. Because then
let's run it backwards this time.
Okay, so let's open Splice. Got our dogs going wild over here.
Yep, it's the animal kingdom here at Sapo Studios Kitchen. Got 2 dogs and they're feisty. All right, so what are you doing over here? You're signing into your Splice. Yep. That click track in the background is going to drive me fucking nuts. You got to shut that off.
Oh, poor David.
I just know that I'm going to be listening back to this show being like, damn, we kept that on for a really long time. It's driving me crazy.
All right, let's see. Let's see a melody. And then let's go BPM 110.
Sure.
And then key. I'm just going to hit this and then hit this.
And are you...
hit that,
what
hit this.
Okay. And are you looking for instrumentals, vocals...
I just looked for a melody. Let's see what...
For a melody.
Yeah,
okay.
Let's just see what D minor, 110 BPM. This is Chill Out Neo Soul. It's okay.
It's all right. Yeah, let's turn that into a hip-hop song. Yeah, grab that.
I'm just gonna like it for right now. Let's see what else
because you don't want to waste your tokens. This guy, he says to me last time when we're on Splice, yeah, I'm deciding which track to download here because I don't want to waste my tokens. And I look up at the top of the screen, he's got like almost 800 tokens.
Now I got 765.
Yeah, I'm like, how much does a song cost? He's like, a token. I was like, get the fuck out of here! Download all that shit, everything on the page.
No, then it goes away. Interesting.
No, let's go back to that one. Yeah.
Okay, because that might be interesting. Just in with that at some point.
A breakdown, perhaps?
Yes.
So, I gotta say, I've become a big fan of this whole splice thing since we started. Definitely advocate any musicians going ahead and checking out that program if you don't already know it, because the capabilities are wild in terms of what you can find. And it's been really cool to hear ASAP bring in whatever he imagines into these songs. Yeah, this needs a melody, this needs something rhythm-wise, this needs some vocals, and you can find that all in the right keys, the right BPMs, all on Splice. Pretty cool. So this is the melody we went ahead and downloaded, and now we're going to make something off of this. And I'm going to go ahead and shut up while we do that. So I'm going to put the mic down, we're going to play some music.
So I'm just going to add that pad in the background. And then maybe even find like a low sound. So... looking for another sound. Now just adding like another layer to the pad sound behind this. It's almost done recording. Alright. So now I'll just kind of bury that a little bit in the back. And then I'm just gonna find like this, if I can find a deep bass, just like a sub bass.
So this is sounding less hip-hoppy and more like...
You have no idea yet. Once the beat drops, bro, it's gonna be sick. It's gonna be sick. It's gonna be sick. Trust me.
For sure, man.
Trust me.
I'll go ahead and wait for that.
Boom.
The fucking look this guy gave me just now, ladies and gentlemen.
Just don't even worry
just
about
don't- Just you wait until the beat drops. Jesus.
$110.
I feel like we're over here creating another Sapo Studios theme song. Welcome to Sapo Studios. Some 808s to add in there, which you probably cannot hear on Twitter. Okay, so I'm going to edit this a little bit because I don't like the whole phrase of the 808 that I found.
All right, so I'm going to start a project alternative. New alternative, so I can kind of... Again, I talk about this a lot on all the other shows. It's like when you have ideas in your project file and you want to start moving stuff around and mixing stuff up, it becomes difficult to maybe like remember what you had in certain places. So just start another project file. All your ideas will be in one place in the first one, and then you can kind of go to town on the second project file. And if you mess anything up or lose anything, you just go back to the other one, copy and paste, bring it back in. So what I'm going to do is copy and paste the whole thing, move it down to measure 8, and then take my beat out at the beginning, maybe take these snaps out, start the 808, maybe halfway through. And then let's start with just, maybe not the sub, just start with this static sound. And what I'm going to do is reverse this first sound David and I found. Just little note, everything in reverse pretty much sounds cool. Definitely more layers we could bring into it and like add like other sounds, and it definitely needs to be mixed, but that's not necessarily the whole point of a scratch track, is to do the mixing. But see if I can find a better beat. I do kind of like the marching band feel of it. It's kind of interesting, but so just for the heck of it, I'm going to go here back to Splice. I'm going to go to Vocals. I'm going to go to Spoken Word. I'm going to put the BPM of 110. I'm going to hit play in my DAW.
For the years you watched slowly drift away.
We were hoping for love.
When we need your town, you'll be funkin' around. When we need one time for your mind, get rockin'. Give me what you got, baby. Give me. Yo, 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 what up, party?
Yo, 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 what up, party people?
Just shake your ass, just shake it. Just shake your ass, just shake it. Baby, baby, don't stop. Yeah, baby, baby, don't stop.
When we need your town, we funkin' around. When we need your town, we funkin' around.
When we in your town, you know we must get. When we in your town, you know we must get. When we in your town, you know we must. When we in your town, yeah, we must get down. When we in your town, 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 when we in.
All around our love. you back inside to our love.
Looks like Bingus is joining us from the outside world.
Hey, what's up, man? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I sure can. Hold on one second. What's up, man?
Yeah, so I went ahead and sent you a stem. It's I sent it via text. I can't sing, but I could see a female singer doing what I did there. So check that out.
All right, let's hear this. You texted to me? Oh, I see. Here we go. Let's see. 1 second.
Yeah, go ahead and answer.
On you, you're killing my vibe.
Hold on 1 second. Let me see what I can do here for you, Mr. Bingus, man.
Yeah, like I said, I definitely saw it as a female vocalist doing this, and I'm tone deaf, so it's not going to be what it should be, but it was an idea.
Okay, hold on 1 second. Pitch correction. So, scale.
Oh, David, I've been waiting for you to auto-tune my ass for the longest time.
It's D minor. Let's see if it works.
You're killing my vibe. Every time I spend time with you, and I don't know why.
The fucking timing is off.
Oh, yeah, we'll put it in the right spot. Oh, hold on 1 second.
Killing my vibe. You're killing my vibe. Every time I spend time with you.
Alright, hold on. I'm about to walk back in the door. Let me do it again live.
Alright. You're killing my vibe. You sound like Cartman.
I don't know why. I find myself heartsick on you.
You sound like Cartman from South Park. Just everyone. Everyone at home, just imagine Eric Cartman singing this. Not a female.
Fuck you.
You're killing my vibe.
See, this is what I meant, man. Earlier in the show, when we were talking about how you're over there saying nice things to other people.
I don't know why.
I find myself heartsick on you. You're killing my vibe. Every time I spend time with you, and I don't know why.
It would be cool, actually. It is almost like it's almost like ooh. Ooh. It has a vibe, though, that I can't remember. Where's this?
Yeah, so someone like that singing it. Hey guys, I'm back. Had to step out the door for a second. So this is how I saw it, right? So it's like, you're killing my vibe every time I spend time with you, and I don't know why.
That's cool.
You know, something like that. But if I could, you know, if somebody could sing, you know, wouldn't be me. Every time I spend time with you, and I don't know why.
And why?
I find myself heart sick on you. You're killing my vibe. And that would just be like the chorus hook thing, and then like there would be some like hot to top, put a pop.
Oh, then Evaflow could come drop some heat.
Evaflow on the mic.
It'd be sick.
Be awesome.
You know who I'm hearing now?
Nika Moore.
Yeah,
we just Dave Lane.
We just Dave Lane.
We might have to reach out to Nika Moore
because I could totally hear her singing that.
Yeah. You're killing my vibe. Yeah, I see Lolly giving the 100 sign. She agrees. Easy does it over there, ASAP.
Feeling my
frisky with
my
those
flows,
pipes.
yeah.
Taking liberties.
My
with
runs.
Oh, I like what you did there. That's cool.
And then we need like a little riser and a little fill.
Ooh. I like that, yeah. And, you know, this is something that I do have to point out for the audience. Like, this, what I'm hearing right now is really why I encourage you to go ahead and check out some of the replays that we have on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, and we'll be uploading more of those. But the audio quality is just so different, obviously, coming through Twitter. And, you know, we do the best we can with the board and everything. But to actually be able to hear these tracks and what we're making, it's pretty cool. Because there's, like, levels to these songs that you're just not getting through the Twitter airwaves. Because fucking Elon can send rockets to outer space, but can't get
a little like 808 bass in our cell phones.
Yeah, I don't get it. I think he's fucking with us, but you know, that's neither here nor there.
But yeah, this track could go in a lot of different directions at this point.
You having a coffee break over there, man?
Yeah, it's a coffee break.
Excellent.
A coughing break, actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think this is an interesting place to kind of cap, because, you know, like I said, I could hear risers happening. I could go through Splice and find more things, but
yeah, it's not.
I could go for hours, David.
Yeah, I know. That's something we've talked about. It's funny because, you know, I went out of town, and I don't know if any of you tuned in, but ASAP over here decided to run some jam sessions, and one of them went for 6 hours. And I'm just like, were people still there? He's like, yeah, they were there. It's like, it seems a bit gratuitous, but okay. All right, run with it. You know, have your fun. But yeah, so we're going to go ahead and cap this jam session right there. Probably play with this track a little bit more outside of the show. We'll reach out to Nika Moore, see if she can throw some vocals on it. Maybe get Evaflow on there.
That would be sick.
That would be sick. Yeah, we'll create a nice little track out of this. Bring it back to y'all for another show.
So I just added a little riser and a little fill. I don't know what it's going to sound like, if it's in the right place, if it sounds good or not. But
it's probably going to sound like crap.
Yeah, there's a pretty good chance that it will.
Let's see.
Nope.
No, it's not bad. It's the right idea. But
And it needs like a little break here, so it goes and goes away,
right.
And then we start. So hold on, maybe I'm just gonna do that real quick. See that, and then
that's what happens with ASAP. It's like, yeah, you know what? Yeah, no, this is a good place to end.
Do it real
Let
quick.
me just go ahead and I'm going to buy 2 more things with these tokens. I'm going to load those in. You know what? Actually, let me shift this over here. Fuck out of here, man. All right. So anyway, definitely go ahead and
hold on.
Stop.
Did you hear it? Did you hear it?
Stop
Did you hear
it.
it? I think. Just hold on.
Oh my god. Yes, but that pause is ridiculously long.
So hold on. That's what I'm saying. See, so then that's too short. It needs to be like right there, maybe. Yeah, I think it's like in that initial place.
But it's got to come in harder if it like something has to be.
Well, there's more layers that we'd have to add, and we could add like another little.
Yeah, there has to be something.
Yeah, there's like another sound.
All right. Anyway,
just
stop it.
Just.
Sounds like you sucking the air out of the room, man.
All right, that's where we're at. That's where we're gonna leave it, I guess. My name is ASAP Froggy, and I can go all day. I could go all day.
You're a sicko. Okay. Anyway, as I was saying, definitely go ahead and look us up on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. I'm going to go ahead and tweet out those links again so that everyone can hop on those shows. We have 26 episodes up as of right now. We've got tons more coming. Just need to edit a couple more of those and pop them on out. But those are going to be coming real soon. Lower that, please.
No one wants to hear you talk, man.
I know. You'd rather me compete with your music. Thank you so much for being with us today. It's been a real pleasure. Really cool show. So exciting as always when someone gets a frog on our show.
Yeah, that was awesome.
And you know, like I said, Evaflow, I couldn't imagine someone better to gift a frog to. He's just got such a positive mentality, and it was fucking cool. So thank you to the Frogland team for that. And thank you all for being with us on this beautiful Sapo Saturday. We will see you next weekend for another show, so tune on in.
Yeah, much love, and shout out to Evaflow for being present here.
Yes, shout out to Evaflow in Jamaica, and everyone go and check out his stuff on Spotify. Go ahead and, once again, go to his YouTube. Go and subscribe, like, and comment on the Ready to Go music video, and you will be whitelisted for his drop on XYZ on Monday. Not drop, his mint on Monday. So definitely go ahead and do that, and we will catch you next time. Sapo Studios, out.
Much love, everybody.